Hello everybody and welcome to a Rust video. Now today, this is a little something different than what I usually do. But today I'm going to show you how to build the ultimate 32 rocket one by one. Now the way this one by one works, it's not a suicide bunker. The way it works is two pixel gaps between two half floors, between two walls. So you loot through two pixel gaps to get to the loot. Now in here you can fit a TC and a locker. You could probably fit a shelf in here with some boxes on it, but I haven't been able to fit that in. It's kind of difficult, there's not much room in here at all. You could also put a bag in here if you really wanted to. I don't know why you'd want to do that. You could put a bag in here and a small box to move loot into small boxes. But then it'd be kind of difficult to get things in and out that way, but obviously you could do that. You could fit a large battery in here to power 4 turrets off of 2 solar panels. So that would just make it even stronger. And obviously, the best part about it is it's 32 rockets. It's 16 through the honeycomb and then 16 into the main 1x1 with an upkeep of just 77 high qual. That might seem like a lot, but it's a lot more to build the thing than it is to upkeep it. But, you know, it's the price you pay for a 32 rocket 1x1. So let's get started. So you'll want to start off by placing 3 squares like this. And then stand on the square around near the edge. I'd say on like the maybe the 3rd quarter, if that makes sense, of the square, and then get out your triangle foundation. Now what I like to do is try to line up the bottom of my screen with the straightness of the foundation. So if you could do that, that would help. At least I think it helps. And then you just look out with the triangle foundation until it kind of just stops and it just starts going up and down. It doesn't really matter where you do it here, as long as it's not like too close or in the floor like this, just so it's on that area where it just starts going up and down. And then when you find your area about here, will do hold alt, place, and then hold to the right, and then you'll want to try and get it as close as possible, still holding alt, as close as possible to the other triangle foundation here, so you can see it sort of just snaps to the red. So you'll want to place it just before it snaps to the red. So about there. And then you fill in the other triangle, and then you can see your pixel if you upgrade it to wood. There is your pixel. Kind of a big pixel gap, but it doesn't really matter for this because you really can't shoot it through anyway. Now there is other stuff you can do with this pixel gap, which I'll make some more videos about this. I'm not the only person who's done videos about this, but this probably is the best pixel gap there is right now. It is really good. So now from here, what you'll want to do is to see the height difference between the two. So if you place a half floor on this one and a half floor on this one, get out your hammer, you can see, or not even a hammer, you can physically see that there's a height difference between these two. If there wasn't a height difference, they would be overlapping. See how the textures overlap like that, and it's just completely flat. But if you see over here, this is clearly overlapping. So that's what we'll use to create our pixel on this wall here. You place your triangle here, triangle off of that triangle, and then a half wall on top of this triangle. And there is your pixel gap, just like that. So be careful not to delete this, as I've done many times, and I've failed this recording many times because of it. So don't delete this. Don't delete any of these foundations, that would help. In fact, just to be safe, I'm going to place that foundation there, just so I can build off of it again, just in case it messes up. So now that you've got that pixel gap, you can see if it works just by placing this here. You can see clearly through it pretty well. Now to do our pixel gap on here and on here. Now to do that, we're going to place a half wall here and here. We can see that this is overlapping this one. Then we'll place a triangle off of that, and a triangle off of that triangle, and then place down our half wall on top here. So these half walls on top should be exactly level. And that's how you know that the pixel will have worked there. So now we have 2 pixel gaps, but we also need one here. To do that one, you can leave this half wall, stand it inside this triangle here, and place your half wall as soon as it comes up blue from this triangle. That ensures that you're placing it on this triangle and not on this triangle. If you place it on this triangle, it won't work. place it on this one, it will. So if we do it like this, that should now be overlapping that. You can see there, it's just got a little lip on it. And then we do our triangle off of this half wall, and then we do a half wall on top of that triangle, just like this. Delete these, upgrade, flip this wall around, and there you have your last pixel gap. So just like that, you have 3 pixel gaps on one triangle, which is kind of nuts. It's kind of nuts up. So now you'll want to place, you'll want to upgrade that first. You'll want to place your 1x1 here. You'll want your TC and your locker. So your TC will go pretty much there. Around there will do. Make sure it's facing that way, so you can fit in your locker just like that, and then have room to place some walls in. Now you can, like I said, you can do what you want with the inside here. You could place a large battery down with some turrets, or you could have it as a suicide bunker as well. So it's really up to you on how you want to do the space. But now that is pretty much it. If we upgrade this all to armored now, make sure when you're upgrading to also place down a pancake layer on top of the 1x1. That way it isn't just 16 rockets straight through the roof. And there you have it. This right here is the most expensive 1x1 that you could kind of possibly create. The one that you can put loot into and out of reasonably easily. Now, if we place down our roof triangles, you could have both of the roof triangles on at all times if you want, but if you have them as if you have them out all the time upgraded, then people can look through and just look into the locker and look into the TC if they're not code locked. So also lock both of them. So what you want to do also, if you are having both of them up at the same time, don't place them like that, because if you look through here, they connect on the middle, so you will not be able to loot them from the inside. So you'll just want to place the triangles on the other side, just like that, and that way they don't connect in the middle. And then if we go in and have a look, you can just about see you have your locker on the left here. There's your locker. You can just access it like that. And then on the other side you have your TC, which you can access the same way. And there's your TC. Like I said, it's about 78 high qual for upkeep. If you're just going to keep the triangles outside to put your roofs on, it will be 32 wood to upkeep it, I guess. Or without the twig, it would be a little less than that. Well, there you have it, guys. That is your 32 rocket 1x1. It's a little expensive to build and a little painful, but it is the most expensive 1x1 that you can currently build for how small it is. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.